Let me out! Definitely bodies in that, isn't there? It's like a menagerie, that house. Seriously, I can't get away from them. Oh my goodness, look at it. Oh, look at that. Ecky thump. It's just ridiculous. Cutest bridge in the world. Welcome to Mordor. Look at that, honestly, that is just obscene. Look at it. Good morning, welcome back, and welcome to Ravenglass. How flipping lovely is this? Look at it. So things have kind of gone a little bit awry already. Getting off the train there, I was supposed to go over the footbridge, but the footbridge is closed, which is now making me go along here. And I've never been here. This is gorgeous, really is gorgeous. It's not long since I got back from Northumberland, and I think you'll agree that was a complete and utter change of pace. That was a bit of a holiday for Finn. This week is going to be another change of pace. We're going to be doing a 4-day little mini expedition across the Lake District, starting here in Ravenglass and heading right across the Cumbrian Mountains to Penrith. So that's going to involve wild camping for 3 nights, and I'm going to try as much as possible to stay away from civilization. Nothing is written in stone this week at all, because I don't know how things are going to go in terms of keeping things powered up, so I might have to go into a village somewhere and plug in. I don't know. But I've got all my food and everything on my back, everything that I need to last 4 days, and hopefully record plenty of film. So, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's go and have a look at the map. We'll take a look at the overall route, and then we'll have a look at what we're doing on this particular leg today. The trip begins on the coast in Ravenglass, and we're heading east along Eskdale before taking on Scafell Pike, England's highest mountain. We'll then make our way over to the iconic Langdale Pikes before crossing into the eastern fells at Dunmail Raise. We'll then head up to England's 3rd highest mountain. After Helvellyn, we'll be moving over into the far eastern fells, followed by a long descent of the old Roman road of High Street to Pooley Bridge, and finally we'll finish the journey in Penrith, hopefully in one piece. So let's look at today in a bit more detail. As you've seen, we're on a bit of a detour that's taken us along the mouth of the River Esk, but then we'll be back on track and heading towards Muncaster Castle before making our way up onto the really wonderful Muncaster Fell. We'll touch the trig point here, and then we'll make our way along the fell before dropping down into Eskdale near the Lyle Ratty station at Eskdale Green. This is such a picturesque valley, and we're going to be following the River Esk for the rest of the day as we head closer to its source. We'll pass by the foot of Hardknott Pass before continuing up the river into higher and more remote terrain. Eventually we'll set up camp for the night somewhere around the Great Moss area and hopefully get a view of tomorrow's highest point, Scafell Pike. That's it. Who's excited? Me. Can't wait. Very excited indeed. So there's lots to talk about over this trip today and everything. I'll explain a little bit further on. Once we start getting up to Muncaster Fell, I'll kind of go into a bit more detail about why I'm doing this, what's inspired me to do this particular expedition. I'm going to call it expedition because that's what it is. And at some point, very, very soon, I'm going to switch this microphone off and go back onto the onboard just to save battery. I'll go back onto using this microphone tonight when we've got the tent set up and what have you. So it seemed to work alright on the Dales Way, I think. I hope. There's quite a lot of history here in Ravenglass. I don't know if I want to talk about it because I've been told off because I get everything wrong. But there is a lot of Roman history here. So there's a fort somewhere around here. I've never actually seen it. I don't even know where it is exactly. But what I do know is the fact that we're going to be going past an old Roman, obviously old, a Roman bathhouse. So we'll go and have a look at that. I'm so very, very excited to be getting back out into the Lake District. Very, very excited. Anyway, get yourself a brew and we'll see you around the corner at the bathhouse. That sounds a bit touchy. Incidentally, it's worth mentioning that this bit that I'm on now, which I've never actually done before, I always go a different way, is actually part of the English coastal path. So eventually it'll all hook up with the path that I was walking on with Finn up in Northumberland. That's nice, that little mini rainbow there, isn't it? Lovely. Right, finally, I think this is us. We're going to pop below the train track, and then we should come out right by the bathhouse, actually, which is good. Did you see a Roman fort down here? I didn't see one, unless that's it. Don't know. Could be. So I've got this daft cover on my bag. I don't normally have cover. I don't like them. I don't like covers on my bag. And I especially don't like this one because it's too small. It's not designed for this particular pack. But the forecast this morning, my goodness, heavy rain. It's not supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be heavy rain right through to around about 11 o'clock. And indeed it was on the way to the station this morning. I might whiz it off in a minute. Just take it off when we get to the bathhouse, which is just up here. Yes, it is very dark. Okay, so look, it's around here somewhere. It's just here, look. So, this is the way I normally come in. You can see the bathhouse there. It's called Walls Castle. On that bend, we come down here, and we'll be going off there in a minute. But it's definitely worth just popping down here quickly and having a look. Here we go. That's funny. I'm sure there's like a fence around it last time, but maybe not. It's been a few years. So once again, it would be really great to, dial back the clock and see what it's like back in the day. Although, do we really want to see a whole bunch of hairy ass Romans having a bath? Not really. Or maybe you do, I don't know. Good, isn't it? Love it. Bit of history. Straight off the bat, within 5 minutes of the video, you're getting a bit of Roman history. I'm also getting chomped by midges and stuff, which is a bit worrying because I've got no spray. Look at this weather, look at it! Wow! This was not forecast, and I mean it still could change. I've just taken the cover off my pack, so it could all change. It will all change now. I've kind of just, invited it to change. Let's get on. Let's get towards Muncaster Castle. We don't actually walk through Muncaster Castle itself, just to the edge of it, and then at that point, or at some point, we're going to start going uphill up onto the fell itself. That's been mentioned. Okie dokie, I think we turn left here. Let's have a look. Yes. So if you were to go straight on, you end up at Muncaster Castle itself, right in the grounds, right by the building. But this way, we'll end up kind of at the entrance by the main road, the A-something, whatever that A road is. But yeah, this section of path here is just lovely. It's actually one of my favourite bits of this whole walk. It's so nice, and it's the smells as well, Despite the way it looks, I mean, it does look very summery, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't look like it because I'm dressed up like it's the middle of winter, but and it's not cold. I'm sweating a bit. All the trees are still full. Now, where are we now? It's the 6th of October, so we're a couple of weeks over the autumn equinox. So, yeah. There's going to be more darkness than light on this expedition, which is a shame. Not by much. I mean, it's kind of sunrise around about 20 past 7, and then sunset is something like 6:30. So it's not too bad. Yeah, I'm excited. Can you tell? Can you tell I'm excited? It's so lovely. It's been a while since I've been out in the Lake District. I did a walk up on Sheffield Pike a few weeks ago. That was like a Patreon only special, and that's the only walk I've done the lakes for quite a while. So yes, it's nice to be back out. I might not be saying that later on if things kick off, you know. So I kind of touched upon it a little bit on I think it's the Cumbria way, on day 2 as I was leaving Colbeck, about this whole feeling of adventure, you know, setting off from home out of your own front door and then just going out into the world and, you know, no idea what's going to happen. I've got no idea what's going to happen this week. It could be amazing, it could be a disaster, it could be a little bit of a mixture of everything, I don't know. But at the moment, this feels a little bit like I'm in the Shire. I'm walking, you know, from the Shire, and I'm heading towards Mordor. Because, well, you'll see in a minute, once I get to Muncaster Fell and we look east, we are going east, like Mordor. Stuff like this that just makes life worth living. It really is. This way. I think you can go that way, but we'll go up here. It's going to bring us out on the driveway. Here we go. If you don't know anything about Muncaster Castle, it's a really great place. Beautiful grounds, lots of gardens and what have you, but they've also got like this raptor, like a bird sanctuary sort of thing. Not called that probably. And they do raptor displays and all sorts. And I think it's like 4:30 or 4 o'clock every day. You can go and stand on the balustrade by the main castle bit and watch as all the herons come flying in. They all come in from all over the place and land in these trees, waiting to be fed or to sleep or something. I don't know what the hell they do. But it's amazing. It's just weird. It's a weird thing to watch. Right, so the road is just here. The one that takes you, well, basically the one that goes right to the coast. Uh-oh. I've taken the other path. Can't get out. Trapped. Let me out! I'm stuck on the ghost. I wouldn't go down here, I hope. They're great. Love that. Should have a bite of one. There's loads of them, look. Look what I've just spotted here. There's a bar in a barn. Definitely bodies in that, isn't there? Definitely. Okay, finally we get to the road. Let's just put about another 400 metres onto the walk. And pack off, coat off, sweat fest. That's where we're going there, look, that's Muncaster Fell. In that direction, sort of. And in typical fashion, as soon as I take my coat off, I can feel drops of rain. It just knows, doesn't it? Can you hear me? There's the gates, look. All that extra bit. It's not far enough. Back across we go. It's a bit like, what was that game called? Frogger. That was it. It's not that funny. It's like a menagerie, that house. I've never heard so many weird birds in one place in all my life. Okay, so this is called Fell Lane, this little track here. It's going to take us up towards Muncaster Tarn. And then, oh, that looks nice, doesn't it? Once we're at the Tarn, we're not far away from the summit of Muncaster Fell itself. So, yeah, it's good. Whoa, so it is just a steady pull up here. It's not steep at all, but it's just sustained and not a lot of windage going on. It's a bit odd. Hey, is this our first gate? I think it is, isn't it? I don't think we've been through a gate yet. I think it might be a good idea to have like a first gate ceremony. You know, sing some sort of a song, do a bit of a dance. That would push Gate Man over the edge, wouldn't it? So by now I'm sure you will have noticed that I haven't got a little white furry thing next to me. You've probably been like looking down, see if she was there, but sadly not. I think this walk would be way too far for Finn, and she'd hate it. She'd absolutely hate it. She'd hate me. She'd never speak to me again. So for that reason, you are just stuck with me, I'm afraid. I am acutely aware that I am, you know, I am Finn's sidekick. Let's not kid ourselves. She is the star of the show, and I get that. I totally get it. Hopefully, I won't bore you to death too much and show you some interesting things. Not as interesting a cute little white critter though, is it? I think we turn right here. That's lovely, isn't it? So I don't know who owns this. I don't know whether it's, you know, Muncaster Castle or some other private owner. Lovely. Right, let's go. Okay, now that it's levelled off a little bit, let's talk about why we're doing this particular expedition, the inspiration behind it. So, if we go back to long time ago, almost black and white days, back to when I was around about 14, 15, 1988, 87, 88 I think it was. A friend of mine was doing the Duke of Edinburgh. I think I've kind of gone through this very briefly on one of my previous videos. He was doing his Duke of Edinburgh expedition. I don't know which one it was, silver or gold or one of the two, and he needed a 4-man team to do expedition. There were 2 other people who volunteered, and I was kind of dragged into it, kicking and screaming. I was not into the outdoors at all, not even slightly. I had no gear. I had to borrow everybody else's gear, I had to borrow boots. It was awful. Anyway, we did it. And we started at Ravenglass. Sorry, before we continue, there is Muncaster Fell. You can see the sheep on top. Not far. So yes, we set off from Ravenglass, and the idea was to go and have 2 nights out in the wild somewhere and get over to Patterdale, finish at Patterdale. We were supposed to pick proper paths and wild camp every night, and we didn't. We ended up walking along roads a lot of the way, and we ended up camping on the first night in some private woodland, and the second night on a campsite, Bays Brown campsite in Langdale. We shouldn't have done that, but anyway, we did. So over the years, as I've got more and more familiar with the Lake District, I've kind of spotted areas like, oh, that's that bit, yes, I remember that now. It's all little sections have been pieced together. Except for the beginning bit, I don't know whether we came over Muncaster Fell. I've got no idea. But a few years ago, I thought, you know what, it'd be really great to recreate that whole expedition and just do it almost exactly the same. But then as time went on, I thought, I don't know, that could be a little bit boring. Sort of starting to realise that there's so much road walk. I thought, nah, it needs to be changed up a bit. So that's why I've changed it. You can see where it's going now. It's going beyond Patterdale all the way to Penrith. Let's stop waffling for a little bit. Let's get to the top of Muncaster Fell, and we can see, hopefully we'll be able to see some of the views there, looking east towards the big fells. Seriously, I can't get away from them. The cows, they're not herdies, they're cows. I thought the trig point looked small compared to them. But, whew, look at the views now, it's all starting to open up. That's where we're going, along Eskdale, all the way along there. Well, actually no, on the other side. That's going up towards Birkefell, you can see the road there. Look at that. Gorgeous. Riveresque, leading out into the Irish Sea. And Ravenglass is kind of out of view now. And we get an eyeballed. What are you looking at? Stop looking at us. It's worth pointing out that this actually isn't on the map, this track. The official path is back over that way. We'll pick it up in a bit because I know it does get boggy up here. Alright, here we are on the summit Muncaster Fell. It's been a while since I've done that, hasn't it? Lovely. So you can kind of see the track going along there. I don't know if you can hear me now, it's a bit windy. I'm facing the wrong way. But you can see the track. We'll try and go along that way. There is a place I'd like to go and have a look at further down there, but it kind of takes us out of the way a little bit. I'll have a look on the map, see if it's easy to get to. It's called Ross's Camp. It's just an old hunting campground from whenever, years ago. All the toffs went hunting, you know, killing all the animals. Oh, if you're a trig bagger, you need to get this on your list, because that view is absolutely stunning. Not so much today, because obviously, as you can see, it's raining. That's right, you just move right into my path. Honestly, I think there are calves around here, look. I'm always a bit kind of worried when there's calves. They get a little bit skittish. Okay, I'll go around you. Let's see if I can find that path, because it might be a little bit... In fact, here it is, here, look, here's the path. Is it? No, it's not. Is it? Yeah, no, it's not. That's the path there, look, way off in the distance. Okay, the rain was getting quite heavy then, and I resisted for as long as possible, and then I thought, you know what, just put it on, put my cover back on as well, don't know why, put my coat on, starting to clear up. Honestly, it's going to be one of those trips. It has to be said, this particular section here is really ugly. It's a horrible section of Muncaster Fell, not the best. It's looking especially ugly at the moment because whatever this is here, it's done this, I don't know, some kind of machinery, some caterpillar track thing. But rest assured, a little bit further on, boggy, don't want to get wet feet. A little bit further on is, I would say, arguably one of the best bit of lakeland pathage ever. It's unbelievable. It probably looks rubbish today. Typically it'll look awful, but it's so nice. You kind of drop down towards Eskdale and you're flanked by silver birch and loads of rowan trees as well. It's really beautiful. And I think, so I know I'm waffling like mad, I think this is probably the cut-off week for doing this video. Any later in the year than this, I think, you know, there'll be too many leaves gone, the trees will start to get bare, there won't be a lot of light, you know, it'll be just a black video. Here we go, this is the footpath we should have been on, or should have got to after the summit. Well, we have, here we are. Rain has completely stopped, by the way. Ross's Camp, let's go and have a look at it. It's just a slab, that's it. What is important here is that view. Look at it, it's all opening up now into Eskdale. Nice bit of cloud inversion going on. Okay, here we go, Ross's Camp. And like I said, I think it is just simply where there was a hunting party camped here once a while ago. Stand up on it, you can see. You see it? It says there's Ross's Camp there. It's probably very difficult to see on this camera. It's almost completely worn away now, and there's a date there, 18 something. I'm pretty sure it's on Wikipedia. If you Google it, you'll find it, and it'll have a date on there, and you know, a bit more information about what it is, why it's here. This is way more important though. Look at it. Look at that view. That is gorgeous. So this is now looking, that's Mightydale there. Beautiful, one of my favourite valleys. Mightydale, Eskdale, and there's all kinds of interesting cloudage going on. But we're walking into that now. That's looking a little bit Mordor-esque, isn't it? Esque, excuse the pun. Okay, I'm going to shut up now and face you forward, and you can enjoy this walk down off the fell. This is the bit now, in a minute anyway, we're going to enjoy that drop down to Eskdale. Beautiful bit of pathage. I probably will talk before then though, can't help myself. Okay, that little village we can see right ahead of us is Eskdale Green. So we kind of drop down, once we get to the end of the hill here, we drop down to Eskdale Green, or the Green, which is the station, Lalratty station. Isn't it gorgeous? Not seen a single person yet, I must admit. Doesn't surprise me at all. Has to be said though, this path is flipping horrible. It's so soggy. It's kind of cute, that silver birch there, isn't it, on its own? Looking a bit worse for wear, isn't it, really? Bit of shot potential there. Not quite right. It's never quite right. I think in hindsight I probably should have come and done this in September, perhaps, like mid-September maybe. I don't know. It's still lovely, it's still beautiful. As you can see, it's absolutely stunningly beautiful. But all the leaves, my favourite trees, you know, the silver birch, they're all looking a bit naked. Isn't that gorgeous? Wow, beautiful. And this wasn't forecast, by the way, this weather. It was forecast to be heavy rain right through to about 11 o'clock. It's about 10:30 now. So they've got it wrong, which worries me because it's forecast to be sunny later on. Have they got it the wrong way around? Is it going to be awful when I'm setting the tent up? Who knows? Anyway, that's where we were before. Way up there in the distance. What a fantastic little fell this is. I think I've realised why I'm kind of messing up the words and I can't talk properly and I'm struggling a little bit. I had about 2 hours sleep last night. It's, honestly, it's crazy. Right, that is pretty much it. So we go flat and then, so let's get my breath back. We're going to start going down now, and it's this section here that I think is one of the most beautiful paths in the Lake District because of the view that you're walking into, because of the trees. I'll let you judge. You can decide whether it's a nice path or not. Can you hear me? Hey, dare I say it, we're actually getting sunlight hitting ground now. Way over in the distance, going up towards, I guess that'll be Eeltarn up that way. Lovely. Hey, we'll get lucky today. It's kind of hazy though, I don't know if you've noticed that. It has got a strange haze to the day. It's not looking as picturesque as I remember it, you know. You're thinking I'm an absolute nutcase. It's an ugly path. This is it. I think this is the beginning of the section. The beginning. Nice, wasn't it? That view in the background. Whew. Hopefully you can see that and it's not too far away and tiny. Let me show you on the big camera what I'm seeing. So this is what you actually see when you're here. Not bad, is it? Not bad at all. Did you hear the train? I hope you heard that then. That was Lalratty. We might even see it, you never know. Ooh. Tight, this one. Everybody breathing. Oh, God. Right, that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, was Muncaster Fell. Not bad, eh? Quite a special place, it has to be said. Oh, it's our good old friends. I must admit, I've never seen a bull in this field, so we will today. There's like 10 of them. Yeah, this way. Still no sign of bulls, that's good. I think we get out of this field in a minute, just round the corner here. Go across a little beck or something, along a lane, and then we get to the green. All these acorns falling out of the trees. We'll get hit in a minute. That's a beauty, isn't it? That oak tree there. Lovely. Ooh, ooh. I'm pretty sure Finn has laid under that tree a few times, like, you know, panting and it's too hot. Another whopper. Now, at some point, I need to fill a bottle from a beck like this somewhere, but not this one, because one of the previous times I was here, all the cattle have come down, all the cows had come down to here, and they'd just crapped in the water. So yeah, I mean, I've got my filter, but still. So I need to find somewhere, kind of hoping a little bit beyond. Let's have a think. So the road going down Estdale. Once we come off that, we're going to another footpath. I'm kind of hoping that we'll find a little beck coming off the hillside. Bramble. Ow. Okay, just coming into Estdale Green, and this here, we're going to have a look at it now, is a little railway line. It'd be so good if the train went past now, wouldn't it? It's a great way to have a few drinks at the pubs and then just go back to Ravenglass. Let's have a look at the timetable, see if there's a train coming through soon. No, the next one through here is at 11:50. It's 11:24 now. 11:50, so I can't be bothered waiting. You know what a little train looks like, I'm sure. Yeah, that's what it looks like there. I might come here and do a video one day, you know. We'll do the whole journey. So a little bit of roadage for a while. Now, we could go and get a pint, but I think that would be really, really foolhardy. Really foolhardy. Because it'd end up being 3 pints, wouldn't it? Let's face it. It's a funny one, this place. It kind of goes through phases. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's a bit weird and like a bit run down. But it looks alright at the moment. Anyway, we're going down here now. So in a few hundred metres down here, we're going to come off the road at last. We've not been on it long, but still, I can already feel it under my feet. It's just so hard. But that's what she said. Okie dokie, here we are at the footpath. I have a sneaking suspicion that big hill you can see in the background there is the lower slopes of Hartefell. I think it goes up further up into the cloud. So we're going to go around a little bit and then up. So besides the people in the cars, you know, the traffic, just here and then obviously on the other side of Muncaster Fell, I've not seen anybody. I've not seen a single person. I've certainly not seen any walkers yet. It doesn't surprise me that much because it is Monday, and I guess this is just less popular than a lot of places. But why? I mean, flipping heck, you saw Muncaster Fell, it's lovely. So we're going to get across the river here. I'm going to try and get down to it at some point, and fill up my bottle. And I might have some fodder as well. I've got some food. snackage. I'll show you what it is actually, because it's a bit special, it's a bit homemade, so we'll have a look. Some yearlings here, let's have a look at them. Oh, and an interloper. Hey, here it is. And interloper. So a bit further along the Esk is a little, like I mentioned before, a beck running into it. And I'm looking, can't get away. I just looked on the map and there's no farms, it's not running through any farms anywhere near farms, so it could be good to filter. That's interesting, I like that. Like a little raven or something. So we'll get to that beck, fill the bottles, have some scrannage, and then sit down for a little bit as well, I think, because I feel I'm kind of flagging. And we're kind of roughly around about halfway now today. Once we go and sit down, we'll be well beyond that. Can you hear all the birdies? We got robins, we got wrens, they're all out today, it's gorgeous. What a gorgeous day. Look, our beloved Lake District. We all love it, don't we? We do love it. The question is, do we love it more than Finn? Yeah. See a squirrel. The smell in it is just unbelievable. Because it's been raining, it's all very damp, the ground's damp, it's all smells are coming off the ground. But yeah. Definitely need 3 arms. Hey, Hurdy. Future home goals there, I think. Wow. Gorgeous. What is interesting about this walk is the contrast that we're going to see. So at the moment, oh God, at the moment it's all cute, kind of tea, gorgeous and pretty, with the trees and everything. Later on, when we get up to the way we're going to camp, up towards Scarlathing, it's a whole different kettle of fish. It's going to be very remote, very sparse, unforgiving, scary. Yeah, like Mordor, a little bit like Mordor. It's good, I can't wait. I actually cannot wait. No, I'm doing it again. Calm down. I'm doing that kind of rushing ahead. Need to enjoy this bit, which I am immensely. So we've got Boot here, the little hamlet or village of Boot. And I don't know if you've watched the Ilgilhead and Winrig videos that I've done, but this is where I came down on both of them, you know, past the old, what they call the stone circles and everything else. So Gilforce is a little bit further on, but this is the point where I'm going to fill our bottles, all of them, and yeah, have something to eat. Have I mentioned that? Probably several times. Isn't it lovely? Isn't it absolutely gorgeous round here? I think I'm going to be an actual troll and sit under the bridge for a little bit. So let's talk about the food that I've brought with me. So I've got some, the usual little snacky bar type stuff, But somebody mentioned to me, why don't you make beef jerky? A friend of mine in America, why don't you make some beef jerky? And they sent over the recipe. So I did. I made it. And here it is. Look at it all. So I bought the beef from the butchers, Higginson's in Grange, like a big piece of topside, £2 of the stuff. Oh God, I just dropped it. And then just shoved it in a bag like this, put all kinds of stuff in it, like salt and garlic, and dried it out in the air fryer for about 8 hours. And I'll tell you what, it is absolutely fantastic. I couldn't stop eating it. When it came out, I could not stop eating it. It's really good and really filling, so cheers. A bit more filling now though. Oh, that's good. Okay, all satiated and bladder filled up with that hopefully delicious water. It's not going to kill me. Right. So these guys are the first people I've seen all day walking. Isn't that amazing? Absolutely amazing. And yet such a beautiful, as you've seen already, beautiful area. Right. As is always the way, once I've eaten, God help you, it's just going to be like a waffle fest. I'll try not to. So let's get on to Guildford. Go and have a look at that, and I will keep pushing on. I kind of was thinking of going to the Woolpack and having a pint, but I've talked myself out of it because that's just cheating. It's cheating because I'd end up eating there as well. And I don't want to eat there because I've got my own food and I want to show you what I've got tonight for food. It's amazing. It's not that amazing, but you'll like it. Anyway, let's get on and enjoy the sunshine. It's suddenly happened. Okay, we've cocked up. Guildford is a bit further that way. We should have taken a different path there. Yeah, it's over that way. So we've cocked up. I say we're all taking responsibility now. Isn't this just, oh my goodness, look at it. Quintessential. Ooh. Ooh. See that right there, I think is a shot of this wall, leading line wall, the tree, silver birch, crag in the background, beautiful. But I can't get it, not with this lens. This is what I was talking about. 70-200, well, I've got to stand up there somewhere. We've got sunlight hitting crags now, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Look at that view, wow. Oh, ow. It just collapsed on my foot. So actually I lied. Guildford is just here. Can't be bothered. Is this another Strid moment? It could be, it could be. Okay, let's pop down to that little bridge there, look, and have a look. Okay, that's kind of it really. Nice, isn't it? Very, very nice. Very Rivendell-esque, isn't it? Again, Tolkien. Right, let's get on. Don't want anybody saying to me, oh my god, you've missed it! Oh, well, I might have missed it. Oh, look at that. That's looking nice. That's looking very Pap of Glencoe-esque, isn't it? If we get that kind of light later on, you know, when we're up on to heading up towards Scarlathing, that could be very exciting. Cute. Well, it looks like they might have got the forecast right after all. It's 1:20 and they did say it'll be sunny with a chance of showers, so yeah, looking good. Oh, look at the light out there now. My goodness. It's an interesting little pimple, that, isn't it? I'll have to figure out what that is. I'll check the map later on and see what that crag is. It's boot, so you can't see anything now, can you? Boot. And that's where the stone circles are and the old thingy buildings. What the hell they were. Snapped up on Brat Moss. That's, yes, I've seen that from t'other side, and it does look good on the other side as well. Right, I'll put it on the screen. I've already done it. Heck, it's looking nice everywhere now. That's the woolpack right there, look. Tempting. No. Oh, look at it. Okay, you may or may not be able to see it in this camera. I'll get my big camera out in a sec, actually, I'll show you. In fact, I'll show you now. That's Hartefell right there, you can see the summit of it. Beautiful. Now you see, I could quite happily live in that thing. Key thump. God, that's quite the view. Make sure we don't fall down into the cattle grid. Hey, Hurdy. Hey, Hurdy. Oh, no takers today. So, just to help you get your bearings, that is Hard Knot, and the bit there is Hard Knot Pass. So we walked up there, remember, in that video. Can't quite see Hard Knot Roman Fort, it's just slightly out of view, or maybe we can, my eyes are terrible. And we are essentially going to be going around the corner here, in front of Hartefell, Hard Knot, God. Oh, just, honestly, like round every flipping corner. It's just ridiculous. So if I wanted to go to the pub, I'd go over here, up onto the road, and away we go. But we're not doing it. We're going to be good. Let's keep going. Look at Hartefell. My goodness. Hello, little hen. Now then, is that a belted Galloway calf? If it is, that's very cute. It just looks like a giant sweet lying there. Oh, he sat on that rock. Oh, that is, you know, when it comes to views, that's got to be up there. Bloody hell. Again, it looks tiny in the camera. I'm just looking at the back of the screen. It looks like a little pimple, but, you know, thingy, Hartefell looks so big, so close. Hard Knot, so close. God. Might be delirious, mind you. Okay, we've got Warehouse through the trees there, and therefore Warehouse car park is just behind it somewhere there, and Warehouse Bridge is just up here, so yeah, not far now. Okay, we're now at that point where we came off from Green Crag. Finn and I, a few months ago, came down here, look, and straight across and into that tup field. Remember, massive tups that following us. Let's hope they're not in there today. Well, no sign of any tups, that's good. Okay, here we are on Warehouse Bridge and back on that road, you know, the one from before. Really lovely. So this is where we finished. Finn and I finished on that Dow Crag, well, Hard Knot and Dow Crag video. Can't talk. But it's also where we started. Went through that gate there, and that's where we're going right now. Back along the same way. Lovely. I think we went through the big fat boy gate, didn't we? Did we? I don't know. Oh, maybe we didn't. Oh. Okay. Yeah, very different, isn't it? It was a beautiful morning that day. Light there. That's just below the Roman fort. In fact, I think you can see the walls of the Roman fort just there. You see them? No, probably not. Oh yes, that's looking nice up there as well. Whoa. Hello, ladies. It's lovely, isn't it? What a view. Just shame about all that noise though. I've got no idea what they're doing there, building something. Oh, God, my strength's gone. Cute sheepdog. Gorgeous light, look at that. Oh wow, the Carterfell. Oh man. Oh, that's looking very special indeed. Look at the light cutting across there. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. This camera looks rubbish. Everything looks rubbish in this camera, but my goodness. That was exactly the same shot as I got last time I was here. Going past that gate with that view and all the birdies were tweeting. It was very, very, very nice moment. So that's where we're going, up there now. Just thinking as well, I got in my head years ago that it's pronounced scar lathing. I think I used to work on a lathe, maybe it's that, I don't know, even though it's got an E in it, but it's probably scar lathing. Or laughing. Scar lathing. Scar lathing. It could be anything. Very nice. Look at that water. That's so nice. And we're pretty much going to be tracking this all the way up now to where we're going to be camping tonight. Just hope we can all fit in the tent. So last time we went that way through the farm and up. This time we're going this way. So you can kind of see where we're going now, look. Right up there into Mordor. Excited. And terrified. Oops. So I've got about, let's have a think, about 3 kilometres left. Just over a mile or something. It's gone. I can't figure it out. Yeah, not far at all. Can't quite see where we're going. It's around this corner here. But there's a little bit more elevation to do. The more elevation we do today, the less we have to do tomorrow, so it's all good. That said, I might as well tell you now, tomorrow is going to be quite brutal. It's a big one, you know, with it including England's highest mountain and several other fells as well, quite high ones. There's going to be quite a lot of undulation tomorrow and quite rocky terrain. Today's been really easy and picturesque, whereas tomorrow is just going to be, well, I kind of prefer it actually. I love that raw beauty. I think we're getting glimpses of the big boys now. Down there, it's looking lovely. Oh, that light's looking amazing. Hell. Cool, that must have made some flipping noise when it came off that crag there. Wow. I mean, it looks, again, it's tiny, like a little grain of sand, but whew, I'd love to kind of witness something like that from a distance, you know, something like this. Hear the sound of it. Can you hear me? That's gorgeous, isn't it? Very popular in the summer, this area. I think a lot of people come up here and swim. That's why this path is, or one of the reasons why this path is so kind of big and wide. Oh, that's looking very nice. Sun is shining. Water's looking absolutely gorgeous. And that dark brooding mass is our bedroom for the night. Yes. Okay, can you see up there? There's like a column of rock. That is the Eskdale Needle. So we kind of saw that when I was camping up on Hard Knot, whenever the hell that was. We popped round to have a look. Just getting a little bit of something there. I'm just wondering if that's the top of Cam Spout maybe. Or is that Hill Crag? Could be. It's actually looking like Scarfell Pike might be clear at the moment. These aren't, Bowfell and what have you, but isn't it gorgeous round here? Flipping heck, it's so wild and grrr. I absolutely love it. I've been really craving this for a while, you know, even before Northumberland, but especially after Northumberland. The sun is beautifully illuminating the path where we're going. That's gorgeous. Oh, I love it. It's quite the landscape, that, isn't it? Especially through there. It's like teeth. This light is amazing. Cutest bridge in the world. That's a Hobbit bridge. That's very nice, isn't it? And I unfortunately don't have a wide enough lens to get that shot in, and you know, this thing. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Did I bring the wrong lens? I don't think I did. That's lovely as well as that waterfall. Wow. Just that whole scene, in fact. Hey, that grassy section that I filmed before, it was tough. Whew. but worth it. Look at it. My goodness. There's the Hobbit Bridge down there. It's been a long day. It has been a long day. I'm kind of getting to the point now I'm ready to start looking for somewhere to pitch. I think what we'll do is we'll get round this corner here and we should get a bit more of an eyeful of what's possible. And I'd like to be on the other side of these lumps if possible, because the wind is blowing that way. Look at that! Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's the old Crag right in front, the big one. It's sort of shrouded. Welcome to Mordor. And we're getting our first glimpse up towards Scorthall Pike. I love this angle. It's such a wild, gnarly angle. Love it. And this tree. Wow. Let's see if we can get a shot of that. I'll try. There's no light though. I'll try. So just as I said, there's no light on it. Well, a bit of light came onto Scarlaving. This is Scarlaving here, and it looked all right. Yeah, I don't know whether I got a shot or not, but if it did, it'll be on the screen now. Quite a special place, this, isn't it? Here it is. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find somewhere around here because it is sheltered. So we'll see if there's something just round the back here. Look at that. Okay, finally we're getting to see where we'll be going tomorrow. Up into that gap there, you can kind of see Broadstand a little bit, and Mickledore. This is Cam Spout Crag here, like the dragon's tail. Love it. Look at this light. Can't go up. I'm going to go a bit further round because I want to get a little bit closer to the water, because I need to fill up. So that would have been quite nice, you know. On that little bit of grass there. I'm sure I could kind of find enough. Obviously have the water there as well. I'd be absolutely petrified of that thing shifting in the night. So that's a no. Okay. That bit of grass looks interesting, doesn't it? This looks pretty good actually. Very promising. Yeah, here we go. This'll do for tonight. Perfect. I think this may go down as one of the most perfect campsites I've ever camped at. I haven't even camped here yet. It might be awful, but I'm kind of guessing based on this view, back of the Crinkles, all these lumps and bumps here, Scarthall Massive there, my own private beach, and just listen to that all night. As much water as I need. I might stay here all week. Right, let's get a tent up. I'm not going to film putting the tent up. You've seen me do it so many times. You don't need to see me do it again, surely. And I'm kind of worried about battery as well, so I'll get the tent up and I'll see you in a minute. Right, all done. Took about 7 or 8 minutes to do that. It's such a quick tent to put up, even quicker than the Voyager, you know, I took on the, which one was it? Dalesway. This is my proper mountain tent now. Right, I'm trying not to waffle. Let's get all the gear in. I'm going to get all the gear in and then we'll decide what to do then. I can't decide which way to put my head either. Future Glenn's problem. God, it's so bloody heavy. Right, so I'm going to get in here, I'm going to unpack everything, get all my mat and sleeping bag set up, ready to go, and everything else, and then I'll see you in a minute, and then we'll get some food on. Yes! Okay, I thought I'd just slip into something a little bit more comfortable. These are basically my Jimmy Jams. Have you seen it? Have you seen this place? Honestly, it's absolutely staggering. Let me spin you around. So far, I can highly recommend this as a camp spot. Front at beach. Oh, that's so nice. It's times like this that I really wish I had some kind of, sorry, my shouting, that I had some kind of, like a little chair I could sit on, you know. Just sit by the beach, have a barbecue, have a couple of beers. I haven't got any beers. I have got a wee dram of whiskey though, so that could be quite good. Right. What I'm going to do is set up a little bit of a kitchen area here and then get some food going. I'll show you what I've got food-wise. It's homemade, so you should be excited, maybe. Look at that. I can fashion a little seat out of that. Get my tiny, tiny bottom on there. It's a little bit wobbly. Let me just talk you through what I've got. You probably won't be able to see from there. It's miles away. I'll bring the camera a bit closer. So I don't know how long we can stay out here. There's definitely midgy action going on. Can you believe it? In October. I was getting chomped in the valley. It was very, very odd. Anyway. Chili. Chili con carne. This is my chili. I made this at home, made a massive batch of it, and then just dried it down. So I dehydrated it in the air fryer. So I've got like a Ninja, doodah, whatever, thingy-majiggy. I thought I'd give it a go. So I actually bought the Ninja. I bought that Ninja when I left my full-time job, because I thought, right, I've got a bit of money now, let's just spend it all on stuff because I'm going to be skint forever. So let's get an air fryer, let's get a mattress, all those sorts of things. Some naan bread. Bit of fusion going on here. And got a little wee dram of whiskey. I'll talk about that in a minute. Where was I going with that? I was going to buy the packaged stuff, the stuff I've bought before, like the expedition foods that I've used before, and they're really good, really nice, but I just thought, you know what, I want to give it a go myself and cook something up that I know exactly what's in here. There's no crap in here at all. And I'll tell you something now, I make a mean chili. A mean chili. It's not your average rubbishy thing. It is good, and it's all good, healthy ingredients. Yeah, I thought I'd give it a go, save a bit of money. So tomorrow night I've got a curry in here somewhere, and then I've got another chili as well. So not for tomorrow night, I'm not that greedy. Enough chit chat, let's get this on. I'm absolutely Hank Marvin. I'm also a little bit concerned that I haven't got enough gas, you know. I didn't go and get a new canister. I think it's about 3/4 full. We should be alright. Is that safe? Am I safe? Kinda safe. Oh yeah, hang on. Check for grass. Always got to check for grass. So I've got an endless supply of water, which is fantastic. Quite novel actually. Before we go on, I just want to talk about this whiskey. A couple of the Black Clan members, Chris and Alex, they came along at the to the Black. Did I say Black Mass? Black Clan members who came along to the Black Mass. My head's gone. I need food. Chris and Alex actually own their own distillery. They distill whiskey, gin, all kinds of stuff, and they very kindly sent me a bottle of their. I'm going to put it on the screen now because I can't remember exactly what it was. So they sent it for me to have something like a little bit of a treat on account. Not that I need a treat. I mean, look at it. But you know, like a little. Oh, that does smell good. Flippin' heck. A little bit of home comfort. So I'm not a whiskey connoisseur at all. I think they probably picked the wrong person to send whiskey to. Wow. So I've got a third of that tonight. I'm going to be absolutely hammered. Yeah, very nice. Thank you very much, guys, for sending that. I'm absolutely buzzing now. What am I doing? What am I doing? Yes! You can actually seal these up, these bags. I bought these on Amazon, you know. Cheapest chips, about 50 of them. So there you go, have a look. Can you see it? Can you see in there? But that should give me at least 1,000 calories. Chilies, rices, all sorts. We've got the naan bread. Very happy right now. I've had a little swig. I didn't say cheers either. Cheers. I hope you're enjoying this. Shadow. Give up. Oh, it's a bit moreish, you know. Uh-oh. Midges. kind of hoping that the whiskey in my bloodstream might just kind of keep them at bay. So there's so much other stuff I want to talk about, you know, kind of written it down, but it's on my phone and my phone's dead, so I'm trying to remember. There's a lot riding on this, you know. As in, I'm absolutely starving and I need to get sustenance in stat. Okay, has to be said, doesn't look good. It does not look good at all. But I have faith. It's like my tent. It's nice, isn't it? It's like my view. Look at that, honestly, that is just obscene. So the original plan was to go and do Scafell Pike today, so go and camp up on the side there. So there's a little tarn up there, but it's all a bit, there's a lot of unknowns there. First of all, knackered here, I'm knackered. So the idea of having to go up to Scafell Pike now, that would be quite difficult. And then around that area, there's not a lot of places to pitch. So if there's other people there, then you've got, you know, there's that issue. Kind of certain that I'd find somewhere around here. I knew it's a grassy place, lots of little grassy ledges. I was kind of thinking up there, actually, up on Scarlethen, but this is good here, right by the water. Hey, look at this, it's all congealing into vomit. Too much waffle here, not enough swiggage. Cheers. I'm kind of estimating that probably taking in around about 2,500 calories a day, probably using up about 4,000 calories a day. So I'm in a deficit of about 1,500. That's just the way it is, you know. I can't see any way around that other than doubling the amount of food I take. I think it's just normal, probably, on these sorts of expeditions to lose a bit of weight and burn a bit of fat. Not wrong with that. Plenty of it, let's face it. Right, should we see how it is? Probably right now. Look at that, I'll squeeze it all out. Look at that. Oh my god. It's even better than it was when I cooked it. How is that possible? Okay, see you in a minute. Can you see that light there? Wow, it's kind of all coming in, obviously, from the west. In the wrong flipping position. If we'd been a bit higher, we could have seen that. So that's Green Crag. I was thinking of going camping up around there somewhere, on that side of the river. So we would have seen it. Never mind, it's okay. I'm not complaining. Not at all. I mean, look at Scafell Pike now. Look at it. Wow. Hello and welcome to my boudoir. It got a little bit chilly out there, then almost immediately, like within about 4 or 5 seconds, the temperature just plummeted. So darted in, got my toothbrush, teeth done, and set everything up, and here we are. Shattered. Absolutely shattered. 2 hours sleep I had last night, and then we did what the hell did we do today? 13 miles, 12 miles? Plus the mile down to the station as well at home. I always forget that bit. And that hour and a half on the train, it's so soul destroying. So it's 7:13. I've not been in bed at 7:13 for years, since it's about 10. I'll probably get to sleep about 8. So if I can sleep right through to 6, that's a good 10 hours. Set us up for the day, and we'll have a nice cup of coffee in the morning. So tomorrow is a very big day. Probably not as far in terms of distance, but certainly a lot more height gain. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough day. So I hope you can join me out on that one. I hope you can join me in the morning for coffee. So I'll see you then. Good night.